Hi, my name is Jody Wilcox, and I am attempting to begin my Week 1 Task 1 assignment for EDU 707. This week has been a crazy week to start this class. My husband celebrated his 50th birthday. My daughter celebrated her 16th birthday. My son went to the state playoffs for rugby. And on top of that, we also had NWEA testing at school this week. So here I am doing all of my assignments today. Happy Mother's Day to me. Anyhow, our task for today is to use the web to learn about why some teachers choose to make decisions that facilitate technology integration in their courses. It's hard for me to understand why people would choose not to. So that part will be a little bit more interesting research than why some people choose to. I know I have several reasons why I choose to. But we're going to go ahead. I set up already a Google Doc and to start why teachers use technology in the classrooms. Okay, so I'm just going to actually just type a heading here. Reasons teachers use technology. Alright, hopefully the lawnmower in the background will not be too loud. My son is mowing the lawn, and I just couldn't close the window. There's such a nice breeze coming through, so I hope that won't be too distracting to my research. Let me add the word use if I can use it. There we go. Okay, to start off my research, I did already type in why do some teachers make decisions to facilitate technology integration. I thought it'd be interesting to use all the words just to see what type of search results would come up. I'm going to go to this one. I see the word key factors, technology implementation, so I'm going to click on that and give it a start. Alright, this is obviously from Cited, which is a research center, and I think that usually any type of research centers will have great documentation as far as where the information comes from. So I feel comfortable in using that. New technologies have changed teaching and learning in numbers of ways. In fact, one would be hard-pressed to find a single school that doesn't have access to some kind of educational technology. I know that some teachers think they're using technology just by using an Elmo, which is great, but there's just so much more, in my opinion, that they could be doing. 95% of schools are connected to the internet, which is good. Let's see, I'm going to continue reading. This is my first time doing one of these talk as you go research. I'm not used to doing that, so who knows what type of conversation we're going to end up having here. I'll have to keep reminding myself to continue to talk. There is a significant gap. I see this word, significant gap between the presence of technology and its usage in the classroom. While some type of technology is present in nearly every classroom in the country, it is rarely used to its fullest potential. Amen to that. Some of this discrepancy is due to a lack of comfort. Okay, so these are more the reasons right here so far about why they do not use technology. So I'm going to scroll down. Alright, I think that this is a great article that I'm going to save and come back to, I think, for my second article or research that I do, because it seems to me like this one is actually giving me a lot of reasons and support for why, and especially in the beginning, why teachers don't use it and why we need to change it. So this is a really good page to come back to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my favorites bookmark bar. I think I'm going to actually add this into my educational technology folder, and I will come back to that. Alright, so let's go back to my research. And I'm going to scroll down. Let's check this one. Alright, so this is another a doctoral dissertation for graduate school. Alright, 2011 is when this was written. Let's just see what kind of information we can find, if anything in here that we could start out with. Of course, it might take me a while to find it. Integrating technology in instruction. Okay, page 9. I think I will skip down. Wow, there's a lot in here. Well, it's not actually page 9. Okay, chapter 1. Again, I'm seeing a lot of information about the hindrance of factors that deter integration. And I really want why some people use it. Alright, so I'm kind of done with this. I'm not going to continue with that. It's really actually too long for me to search all the way through. Let's go here. Integrating technology with student-centered learning. Oh, here comes the lawnmower. I'm sorry about that. Not surprising, 43% of students feel unprepared to use technology as they look ahead to higher education in their work life. You would think that once they went through high school that wouldn't be a problem. My kids are very fortunate that the school district we live in has school-issued iPads for students to use for their work, and I sure wish I had that at the school I was working at. Because technology is both highly customizable and intrinsically motivating to students, it is particularly well suited to expand the learning experience. To date, research on the effectiveness of technology has focused primarily on higher education, professional development, yet it suggests that specific uses of technology can improve K-12 student outcomes as well. Okay, here we go. Here's some really good tools that we could use to put into our research. Help diagnose and address individual needs. Okay, I'm going to copy that and pop over, and I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to do some bullet points here. Okay, so that's something that I could use. I'm going to go back. Technology can equip teachers to assess individual student strengths and needs. This enables students to approach these systems as they progress through a standard-based curriculum. The other assesses understanding. Okay, equip students with skills essential for work and life in a 21st century global society. Oops, I'm going to copy that and pop that over here as well. I think that's another good. Put that back up there. Using technology such as writing research analysis rather than simply drills and practice can enhance student competencies that surpass the knowledge and skills typically measured in achievement tests. These competencies include problem solving, creativity, collaboration, and data management and communication. Okay, so if I were to address this point, I would probably want to maybe expand it out with a little bit more information. And I'm going to also take that and put it underneath of here, bring it over, and I'm going to paste that in. That did not work the way I wanted it to. Let's see if I can do. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back over. Of course, when I'm done, I will make sure to cite my source and where I got that information. I like this. Technology can equip students to independently organize their learning process. So instead of being passive recipients of information, students using technology become active users. That's what I want for my 5th grade classroom. I need active users. I need active participants in learning and taking responsibility for what they're learning. I have some very apathetic students who are very passive. I really love that statement. And I really love that statement. I have to also make sure I have the author of this article written down, and I'm going to copy that because I really like what that statement says. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, again, I wish I wouldn't do that. I'm going to put this in quote marks. I'm going to have to change. I wish that wouldn't do that to me. Alright, I think I'm going to take these out. Maybe that'll keep that from happening. Let's go back and go back. Okay, I really do like that quote. And that's what I'm always trying to do, is try to figure out some way to get these kids to take ownership of their learning. It is so frustrating, the amount of time as a teacher you put into preparing, and students just don't take ownership of it. And if you can't get them to buy into what you're trying to teach them, it really does become pointless. And I think that there's just not, at least in my school culture, you have half and half. You have half parents who are supporting their students' education, and they're on top of it with their kids. And then you have this other half, you know, what we might call in our schools the bottom 30%, who are families that are economically challenged, have family situations that are just sad, very sad. And these kids, you know, it's like trying to convince them you need to pay attention in school and do well in school, and you do have a control, not right now, but based on how you control what you do now can help you to choose your own and better future for yourself. I don't know. I just think that's important. We need to get these kids to buy into it and take ownership. All right, provide an active experience for students. Again, being active gives them accountability and keeps them busy. Interestingly enough, when I have my students write, because I teach writing and reading and math to my group of students, and then we kind of rotate, and then I teach writing to my other 2 5th grade classrooms, and the other teachers teach science and social studies. So in writing, it's so interesting. I notice, like, digital games, these kids can they can write about their games that they play, because that's all they spend their extra time doing. So if I could get them invested in using technology because they enjoy doing that at home, limitations would be, which I know I'm not talking about limitations right now, but the limitations is money, and having the money to provide those technology tools for my students. All right, back to the topic. Technology transfers some responsibility for learning to students through online learning. Students have the flexibility to direct their individual progress. I like that. I am going to be integrating a lot of different things into my classroom last year that I just couldn't get into place this year. I just got my teaching job in October after school had already started. It was kind of jump in and and just jump in running, really. And I never really had time to go back and really think about the things that I wanted to implement into my room. And so this summer, and I've already been making a list of what I want to get started. And one of those things is having students take responsibility for their individual Common Core mastery items that they need. And this would be for math and reading. But if I could provide my students the flexibility to direct their own progress by getting them online, getting them into programs that specifically key into those benchmarks, if they already have some benchmarks mastered, then why not move forward, take ownership of that individual progress, and then move forward on their own. They don't have to, I told my class the other day, you don't have to have me to know what it is that you can learn. You can be proactive, move forward, learn all the things that you need to know, and then go beyond that. Once you master all your 5th grade skills, then what's stopping you from going on to 6th grade skills and being pre-prepared for those things once you get there? I'm trying to get my students motivated to do that. Okay. Let's see. Here's some challenges. I really do like this article. And again, I think this is one that I'm going to have to come back to because I really like it. And I'm going to look here just for another minute. Clearly, student-centered learning places new demands on both students and teachers. Okay, I want to just read just a little bit more, make sure that I haven't missed something that would be great to add. I like to read these things in the bolded print because usually they're very good. Technology must be a part of a comprehensive and systematic effort to change education. Okay, all right. Technology enables many high-tech high. A network of K-12 charter schools where the program and curriculum are based around personalization with strong student and faculty collaboration. Also, throughout their academic career, students document their learning by compiling and presenting their work in digital portfolios. Again, would love to do something like this. I have in my hallway, there are in like my wing of the building is grades 3 through 5, and we share one laptop cart, which, you know, that's 3 grades times 3 classrooms of each. So you've got 15 classrooms all trying to sign out and use laptops. But then the problem is that you don't have a full set of laptops actively working at the moment. So you can't have each student work individually because, and hopefully they'll have that fixed for next year. I really hope so. We did just get new laptops in our classroom. I have 2 laptops in my classroom for student use, and but I would love to create digital portfolios. I just feel though that, you know, the equipment to have the actual laptops and things is just not always reliable and dependable, and that's really what needs to change. All right. All right, I think that I'm going to come back to this article for my later research. So I want to cite this. First of all, I'm going to save my link here, and I'm going to go over to my article, and I'm going to space down, and I want to paste my link. And then I also want to go back and integrating technology with student-centered learning. I always want to get a capital E there. Integrating technology, and of course I can't remember the rest of it. I have to go back with student-centered learning. Okay, that is my title. I have actually took a semester off, and this is my first class back, so I have not been working on my master's since December. And I actually feel a little rusty on, you know, I could cite my sources like anything. Now I'm kind of thinking, okay, am I doing this the right way? And so I may have to go back and refresh my memory and make sure that I'm doing everything correctly before I finalize. Okay, so this is 2011, the Nellie Mae Education Foundation. Okay, you know what? Right here's the information that I actually really want. I'm going to just copy and paste this over just so that I have it. So when I go to cite my sources later, of course I already write the title in there. Alright, I'm going to take this back out, this piece that I added. Alright, there we go. So now I have that. And I also want to go back and I'm going to save this. I like this article and I like what it has in here. And I want to also bookmark this and save it for later. I'll go back to it. Okay, so let's go back and see what else I can find as far as what else there is. And I was just checking my time. I know I'm nowhere near 45 minutes. I hope you don't mind my candid talking. I just can't be totally serious about this the whole entire time. And you said to talk about, you know, share our thoughts and what our feelings were about what we were reading and make connections with that. All right. Teaching with technology. Let's just check this out. This is originally from a magazine. It looks like, I think, Teaching with Technology or Teaching Theory into Practice. Alright, classroom teaching is a demanding job. Most people outside of education probably think teachers spend most of their time teaching, but teachers are responsible for many tasks that have little to do with classroom instruction. That is so true. Beyond planning and implementing instruction, teachers are also expected to be managers, psychologists, counselors, custodians, and community ambassadors, not to mention entertainers. If teaching sounds like an unreasonable, almost impossible job, perhaps it is. I like that introduction. Alright, but let's look for things about integrating technology. Technology in education is often perceived in terms of how many computers and video cassette recorders. When was this written? 1995. Okay, so I'm not sure this will apply when it mentions video cassette recorders. Let's see what it says. It involves applying ideas from various sources to create the best learning environment possible. Let's see. I don't know. I really think I'm going to go back to something a little bit more current. This is all from the 90s. Yeah, we need to go back to something a little bit more current. And so I'm going to again, this looks like change, which is going to be more towards why some people don't. Some teachers have been excited and motivated. I see that. Let's go to this one. All right, this is a dissertation, the case studies of teachers' perceptions. There we go. 1997. Well, let's just see what they say, because I bet you some of those things have not changed. All right. Teachers need to learn how to operate computers and integrate them effectively. Teachers' thoughts were collected. They tend to learn by default rather than by design. They learn applications and machine operating systems as they encounter tasks. Okay, let's go down and see what we've got. Goal 1, all teachers and nations will have the training and support they need to help students learn using computers. I would say that training for some teachers is lacking, and therefore they don't feel comfortable with it. If I don't know how to use it, am willing to play around with it and step out of my comfort zone and learn how to do it because it intrigues me and I'm interested. I guess I don't have walls that keep me from checking things out, which is probably why I'm doing my master's in educational technology. I'm not intimidated by that, and I see these words and automatically I'm okay. Oh, here's people's names. I can zone in on that. The other words did not catch my attention. All right, Lynn is a 3rd grade teacher for 23 years. Computer at home. I wonder if this article is again just too old. Frustrations. I'm also learning new things. I think most of my knowledge has been for college classes. I stay playing with the expand lots of time. The computer's been important. Benefits. Again, I don't think I'm not having much luck. I liked my one article, but I don't know. I think this is a little bit too old. I'm gonna go back. Okay, let's see what else we can come up with. Factors affecting teachers' use of information and communication technology. 2009, more recent. Again, this looks like it might be a good one for, it says most teachers neither use technology as an instructional delivery system nor integrate technology. Let's just see before I scrap this article. Maybe I need to re-put in my search. Oops, don't need to highlight that. That is so hard to believe. Integrating technology into curricula with the intent of positively influencing teaching and learning has been in a state of evolution over the past 20 years. 20 years. Wow. Driven primarily by hardware and software evolution, accessibility to computers in educational settings, and popular instructional technology trends has. Alright, according to Flanagan and Jacobson, technology integration is meant to be cross-curricular rather than be a separate course. Absolutely. Can be used as a tool to support the educational objectives such as skills for searching and assessing information, cooperation, communication. Okay, I like what that says. Should be used as a tool to support your educational objectives. And I know that's why a lot of people do it. It's not to, you don't use it to just learn technology. You're using it to facilitate your educational objectives. Student-centered learning. And all right, I could use this one as a reasons teachers use technology. So I'm going to pop down here and I'm going to put that in. Technology should be used as a tool. I kind of put that up here. It's 21st century goals, but this would be a nice add-on, and I'm going to go ahead and bullet point that as well. It doesn't like to cooperate with me here. There we go. Okay, I don't know if this article is going to have anything else. Let's go back and see. Again, this is factors on why I think that people are not using technology or accessing the resources that they have available to them on the web. Teachers with fewer years of experience were more likely to use computers. True, because they're of that generation, although I am not, but I use a typewriter in my high school typing class. We did have a computer class, but that was when DOS was still around. Even in college, the kids did not have laptops to type papers. We still use typewriters. I can remember paying someone to type my paper for me. So, I don't know what the difference is. Teachers with 3 years or less teaching experience recorded using computers 48% of the time. I bet you that number has changed by now. New teachers have been exposed to computers during their training and have more experience. I wonder if there is a class right now in college for teacher prep. If they actually have a class, I would assume that yes, they do, on integration of technology into the classroom. And that awareness, because of course when I was in college and I graduated in 1989 with my bachelor's, and there was not such a class. Classroom practice of 30 tech-savvy teachers who use computer technology. They found that the teachers were highly educated and skilled, were innovative and adept at overcoming obstacles, but they did not integrate technology on a consistent basis. 2 reasons regarding these: they did not have enough time, and teachers needed extra planning time for technology lessons. Okay, again, those are some reasons I can come back to for why teachers don't use it. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this information again right here, and I'm going to pop it over here just for the one quote that I did use, and so I can come back to that or cite that correctly. Let me go down and put the link here. I'm going to do that. Sorry, I'm not sure. Oops, I needed to copy that, not paste it. Let me try that again. I want to copy. I'm just not picking the correct articles, and maybe I need to change my, oh, I gotcha, it just highlighted that. That's silly that I just did that. Okay, I'm going to take this off of here. I'm going to go back, and I do want to put the article title, Factors Affecting Teachers' Information About Technology, and I want to include my authors of this article. Copy, and I'm just going to pop that right in here too, so I have that information. Alright. I still just wanted the direct link to this article. And that's just what it is. Okay. Alright, so there's that, and I think I will save this article, but it doesn't look like I have my link here. I don't know why. Alright, I'm just going to go back and go back to my search. I'm going to change this. Why teachers facilitate technology integration? Search. See if I get, oh, here we go. All right, let's try this. Scholarly articles. I like the look of that. Okay, so teacher pedagogue. I always have a hard time saying that word. The final frontier of our quest for technology integration. What factors facilitate? Okay, we'll go back to that one. I wonder if he's going to make me buy that. Okay. I'm going to skip over here. I bet you all of them are like that. Ugh. Alright, I can't use it. Those would have been really good articles, though, I think. Technology, its impact on the teacher's beliefs and technology integration. I wonder if that's free. No, of course not. Well, let's read the abstract. Early studies indicated that teachers' enacted beliefs, particularly in terms of classroom technology practices, often did not align with their espoused beliefs. A variety of external barriers that prevented teachers. Again, why are there so many things about barriers and why? Okay, here we go. Follow-up interviews were conducted to examine. I want them to give some moreover, teachers with student-centered beliefs tended to enact student-centered curricula despite technological, administrative, or assessment barriers. So the reason why some teachers do it is because they have student-centered beliefs. Here we go. Teachers' own beliefs and attitudes about the relevance of technologies to students' learnings were perceived to have the biggest impact on their success. Passion for technology, having a problem-solving mentality, and support from others play key roles. All right. I'm going to add this into my research over here. Teachers' own beliefs and attitudes. So this does fit. I'm just going to go why some teachers use technology. I'm going to space down on this. Okay. I think this is very true, that teachers' own beliefs and attitudes affect whether or not they integrate the technology in what they use. It really is true. I do believe in that. I do wish I could get full access to this article without purchasing it. And I bet you there's a way I can. I bet you that I can go through CMU's online library, possibly, and sign in, but I'm not going to do that at this time. Alright, so I do want to copy my link for this, and I am going to paste it over here because I do think that is a very valid point. And then I want to go back and get the article's title and those people who have written this article. I want to paste this, and then I obviously do need to change the font size and get that a lot smaller. My goodness. Let's bring that back. And I'm going to eliminate these. Put a comma there instead of these separate bullet points. And, oops, there was already one there, so I'm going to bring this one back up. Come back, bring this one up. And I don't need those, I'm going to take that out. Okay, so these are my authors. Space back down. I also want to go back and I want to get the I wanted to get the magazine article. I have the link. I can come back and do that later. If I were preparing this and having my final, the issue, and I would want this information. I'm here. I'm just going to go ahead and copy it. And I'm going to pop over here and just paste that in as well. Okay, I'm going to delete that spacing. Oops. There we go. That's good for now. Alright, I'll change it later. Obviously, this is not a clean copy. But I do like that quote. I do like what it says, and I do believe in what it says. So far, my reasons I have that teachers use technology. They use it to help diagnose and address individual needs, equip students with the skills that they need, provides an active experience. Students have the flexibility, again, that's individual progress, supports their educational objectives, and they have the belief system in technology itself, and they're not afraid to use it. I think that's key. All right, and let me see how I'm doing on time. Okay, all right, not too bad. Let's see if I can find something else. And these, I can't get into these full articles, and I wish I could, so let's look at something else. Teacher technology change, using model strategies for integrating challenges. I don't want that. Teacher beliefs and technology integration. Let's look at this. Again, well, see, here's the article. Is that same one I just found? Huh. What do you know? Alright, so let's look at this. I already saw some of the introduction, so I'm going to kind of scroll down. Training, the most cited reason for lack of implementation was the lack of professional development. But you don't have to rely on somebody else to teach you everything. You got to be proactive. You have to do what you feel is best for your students and then find a way around it. If there's barriers, then you find a way around it. Methods, roles of the, let's see. I want their opinions. I want to scroll down. Interviews were conducted. Results. Barriers. I don't want barriers, but I could come back to this later. For 11 of the 12 teachers appear to be well aligned. For example, when asked to describe her beliefs about the best way to use technology in the classroom, Cassidy indicated that technology enables students to collaborate. Ideal technology allows the classroom to be open to the world. It's a portal for kids who can show their work and get feedback. It allows for collaboration between classes via Skype, blogs, Google Docs, and wikis. I like that. Her practices closely aligned with these beliefs. Students in her first grade, imagine that, kept individual blogs, how cool, on which they posted their thoughts and feelings about various classroom activities, including why we use video and my adding strategy. I want to do that. When asked to describe a successful technology project, Cassidy described her breakfast project. I want to read what that has to say. Let's see. Kids were learning the value of collaboration, learning from other people. Successful because the students learned well. First of all, they learned from each other, and then they were able to learn from the other people. Yeah, it doesn't all have to come from us. They can learn from each other. tell us what you have for breakfast. I just put a little link on my blog page, and I put a link on Twitter. I like that. Choices. Teachers served as facilitators in the learning process, answering questions along the way, and providing just-in-time learning. We really have to create choice for the kids. I am trying to create menus of learning outcome to say, here's what we want to learn. This is the end result. I'd like you to show me how you learned. You can use a blog, a podcast, a video, a slideshow program, and then apply and practice, discuss, share, and create. And the teacher just goes around and facilitates. This is first grade? Really? Wow. If I were to say this to my fifth graders, I think they'd all just, I don't know, kind of look at me. Because they haven't been empowered to do that. I'm going to have to save this just for myself, not for this research article, but I really like what this says for myself, and to somehow kind of take that and implement that in my own classroom. I'm going to come back to that. All right. Complement and enrich the curriculum. Deliver content and reinforce skills. I think I've already deliver and reinforce skills. Technology can equip. Provide actually flexibility. Okay. I don't think I have that, so I'm going to put that in there. Technology is used to reinforce skills. I'm going to add that. I've got this teeny tiny print now. I don't like that. I don't know why I'm not teeny tiny now. Okay, so this could be another bullet point feature. Technology used to deliver content and reinforce skills, especially the reinforcing skills part, because I don't think I had that before. Kids have iPods already, might as well leverage them for educational purposes. You know, they do. Kids do have a ton of electronics, although they're not all the same, so consistently they can't be used the same. But hey, you know what? We did a study on Namibia, Africa. Our whole wing took on a different African country, and I had several students use Minecraft to create a world of Namibia, and they included the flag and what a classroom looked like and landscaping. It was awesome. It was incredible. I loved it. Let's see, by offering students more choices, they were more excited to participate. Okay. Transform teaching and learning. I like that too. Let's see what that says. And I know I'm getting close. Oh, I went past my time. Okay, well, I guess I'll stop here, but I'm going to go through and jot down some more of these, or save up some more of these ideas, and of course cite this source. And then I will be coming back to some of these same resources for my part 2 about why people don't use technology. So thanks for listening along while I did my research. See you soon.